Okay, resetters, we're going to talk on this video about some real red flags that will help you understand if you are depleted in nutrients. This is a really important topic. I know a lot of you spend a lot of money on supplements. I do not want you wasting money on supplements. I want you to understand what a supplement would even do to your body, and more importantly, I want you to understand your body. So on this video, we're going to go through three really pivotal ways to look at your body to know that you're nutrient depleted, and then we'll talk about what we can do about it. So let's dive in. For starters, let's address the issue of how do you get nutrients into a cell. So here's the way I look at it. Your cells, I'm just gonna blow them up. Your cells, you got these big cells, and actually you got like 72 trillion, they say. I don't know who counted, but they have trillions of cells in your body. And when we blow them up really big, around the outside of the cell is a bilipid membrane. So this bilipid membrane, the way I like to look at it, I remember when I was in school, I loved chemistry, and I would be like, look in those microscopes and you could see all the cells. I always thought that was so cool. But the way that I look at cells is like they're amoebas, like they're breathable. And so you need good fats around that outer lipid membrane. This is why I'm always coming in strong for you all, like good fats, not bad fats, please. Because we've got to be able to have this porous membrane that invites nutrients in. So you got to have that membrane intact. We also have receptor sites. So things like vitamin D go in through these receptor sites. They're like gates. They're like, hey, come on into the cell. And what we often notice is that with endocrine disruptors, even beauty products, skincare products, all the toxins in the world, they block those gates. And now you're taking things like vitamin D, you're taking it, and you can't get that nutrient into the cell. So the mechanics of the cell are really important for this conversation, because if your body is full of toxins, if you're eating the wrong fats, then you're not going to be able to get nutrients in, which might lead to the signs that I'm talking about here. So I want to lay that foundation first. Okay, so here's the first red flag, and this one's really interesting. I want you to think it through with me. The first sign that you are nutritionally struggling and that your body needs more nutrients is when we start to see changes to hair and nails. Okay, why would that be? Again, your body has one focus, and that's to survive. So if it's not getting the nutrients it needs into the cell, it gets rid of the extraneous stuff, the things that are not necessary for your survival. Well, as much as we love our hair, or some of us, as much as we need hair, some of us, then, it's just not necessary for my survival. And my nails, same thing, not necessary for my survival. So when we start to see that your hair is either thinning or changing or falling out, this is a big one that happens to fasters. What's falling out, it's your body saying, hey, we're not getting nutrients into the cell, we need more nutrients. So keep that in mind, that's one of them. Nails, the changes to the nails. So I look at my nails all the time, and you can tell, I don't do my nails. But part of the reason why is I like to look at them so that I can see, do they have ridges? How fast are they growing? Those are the kind of things, like when my nails don't grow fast, I have to kind of ask myself why, and then remind myself that I'm probably not getting enough nutrients into my body to allow those nails to grow. So when we look at the priority system of the body, when it's nutrient deficient, it's like hair's out, stop growing nails, don't need them. So that would be a really important first sign. Second thing I want to point out, and this, you're going to see this general theme through so many of my videos because I want to help you all with weight loss. And one of the things we know is that when you're incredibly nutrient deficient, your body doesn't burn fat. It's not a priority. It's in survival mode. It doesn't have what it needs to be able to make your brain work right, and it needs your brain to work right so you can go and run away from the tiger. The brain is orchestrating everything. So the first sign, like the baby sign, is that your hair stops growing, it changes, and your nails stop growing. So, and you stop burning fat. Those are kind of the big biggies. Second sign that you need more nutrients. Oh my gosh, I love this one. And it's something that is going to save you a tremendous amount of money. So when you take a supplement, you should feel an effect. Think about that for a moment. How many of us take supplements and we just take them because we think they're going to be good? We've been told we should take them, but we don't really feel anything from them. We just pop them in our mouth and we're like, yeah, I don't really feel anything from that. A high quality supplement that is received by the body should be felt. Like you should feel it. Like if you're taking a good multi, you should have a burst of energy. If you're taking an amino acid, you should know your brain is all of a sudden has more clarity. So if you're taking a supplement and you're not seeing that result, you either are taking the wrong supplement, it's either a bad supplement, and please be cautious about the quality of the supplements you take. Please, there's toxins in them. There's a lot of people that are out there scamming you for your money that just, there's no nutritional value. So if you've been taking a supplement over and over and over again, you're like, I don't think it's working. I don't know if it's working. Usually if you say, I don't know it's working, it means it's not working. So you want to get rid of that supplement and maybe pulse in a higher quality supplement. I can tell you in all the years I've worked with patients, that's exactly what I do is I pulse in and out supplements. We never stay on the same supplement. So if you're taking a supplement, you don't notice a difference. It could be that you need to change your supplement, or the second thing is you could be massively depleted. So this is a key concept. I've been trying to find the right words on how to explain this to you all. And so I'm going to try it this way today. So you tell me if this works. But what happens to us when we come to our health and we start to make really positive changes is sometimes we're in a really deep hole. And so we start making all these changes and we just don't see an effect. But it doesn't mean that the changes aren't working. It's like seeds, right? When you plant a seed, like it's not like you see, every day you don't go out and look at the top of the soil and be like, did you grow? Did you grow? Did you grow? Like eventually one day it pops out of the soil. So your health could be so deep into depletion that you're taking supplements over and over and over again and high quality ones and you're not noticing a difference. That would be a sign you need more nutrients. But it's a tough one because I just said that if you take a supplement, you don't notice a difference, it could be a bad supplement. But it also could be you're that depleted. So please just know your quality of supplements. And I will, by the way, put one of my favorite places to get supplements from. You can also always go to my website. All of those have been vetted. Every supplement I ever bring you has been vetted. So if you're confused on supplements, please go to my website. I'll also put a link to some of my favorite resources and places you can go in the notes here. So, but if you're not feeling a difference after a supplement, it may be that you need more nutrients. Okay, I got to interrupt this video because I have a free guide for you so you can master fasting. It's called A Beginner's Guide to a Fasting Lifestyle. And all you've got to do is click here and you can jump right in. Third sign. Normal bodily functions are no longer working properly. So think about it. If you're nutrient depleted, the first thing the body gets rid of is the hair and nails. It's like whatever, doesn't care about that. But if you stay nutrient depleted for too long, then it's going to go into things like tanking your energy. Okay, well, why would it tank your energy? Because it needs to reserve its resources. So it doesn't want you to be energetic. It doesn't want you to get up and move around because it's got a limited amount of resources. So we've got to go in and give it more resources so the energy pops up. I have seen this most clearly in the mitochondria of every cell. Your mitochondria is the battery of the cell. It needs ketones, it needs CoQ10, it needs NAD. There's a lot of key nutrients that those mitochondria need to be able to give you energy. So the minute you don't have energy, think of it as limited resources. We need to power up your mitochondria. The other thing that I've seen a lot is when you are a slow wound healer. So this is a great example. If you cut your finger and all of a sudden you're like, okay, wow, that seems to be taking a long time to heal. I'll tell you where I had this recently is I was at a regenerative clinic in Florida and they were doing an IV. And they put the IV in, and there was all of a sudden some blood started to come out. It was like the needle moved a little bit and blood started gushing out. And it wasn't clotting very fast. And I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. Why is my blood not clotting quickly? And it was just an aha of like, maybe I need to think about adding more nutrients in. Maybe I need to look at diversifying my diet better. But I didn't look at it like, oh, it was the nurse practitioner's problem. I looked at it more as like, that's fascinating. My body's is not clotting. So some of you might notice that in wound healing. You also might notice it by you start catching colds a lot. You're just like, oh my God, the person sneezes next to me and I'm sick. That can be a sign you really need to improve your nutrient profile and bring those nutrients up. Sleep is another one. Sleep and magnesium. Oh my gosh, if you're not sleeping well, magnesium is your go-to. So maybe all of a sudden you got bad sleep. Maybe muscle cramping. You're like working out and you're not recovering from your workouts, or you're extremely sore after your workouts. Or maybe you're in the middle of a workout and you're cramping. Again, your body might need more nutrients. Otherwise, it's having these adverse reactions. So what's really interesting to me is that when we look at symptoms in our culture, we villainize them. But this third thing that I'm bringing to you is really, let's look at these symptoms that may be reoccurring and emerging for you, and realize that your body might be saying, hey, remember me? I need more nutrients. When symptoms happen, they're not there they're not working against us. Our body is saying, hey, there's a deficit here. Can you please address the deficit? And so we have to go looking for what that is. And when it comes to nutrients, the biggest ones are what I just shared: wound healing, the hair and nails, immune function, energy, sleep. I would probably say the last thing, the SOS, like crisis of all nutrient deficiencies, would be brain fog. Because your body's so smart. It knows that you need your brain to go and get food. So it's going to make that the last place it pulls nutrients from. So if you have chronic brain fog, it's an SOS. We need more nutrients. So again, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some idea on how to read the body, because we look at these symptoms and oftentimes we we're going to go at the symptom and blame it. But your body's always talking to you. It's always trying to help you out. We just got to listen. And we weren't given the manual, so I'm giving you the manual now. So as always, let me know if that helps. I'm really trying to come at your health from as many angles as possible and really help you understand this miracle that you've been given. But don't give up on yourself. Please, 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 please. You are always healing. Your body always wants to heal. So if it's not healing at the speed you want it to heal, then let's dive into how do we go about that. And it might be you need more nutrients. So as always, I hope that helps. Okay, where are my gals that are struggling with hormonal imbalance? Bloated, feeling like you're not making progress with weight loss? You need to add these foods in so that you can support better hormonal health. There is a lifestyle that estrogen wants you to live, and there is a lifestyle that progesterone wants you to live.